This is Susan Wilbanks with blendedinsight.com. I am a holistic and integrative healing arts practitioner, an intuitive, and an energy healer. In this podcast, I share tips, tools, and suggestions that have helped me along my path in hopes of inspiring and helping you along yours. Let's get started with today's podcast topic. Hello, bright soul. Thank you so much for joining me on another podcast. And thank you to all of you who have taken the time to leave me donations and reviews. I really appreciate it. And thank you for all of you who have continued to just stay with me through this journey, subscribe to my podcast and my channel on YouTube. I really appreciate it. I always wonder how that works because my YouTube channel grows at such a slow pace. And I don't ever advertise, so it's word of mouth or divine intervention. It's usually one of those two ways. People just stumble upon it or they refer to it. So for those of you who are referring me, I really appreciate it. And let's see what's going on here. Well, right now I am looking out at the most beautiful mountain view from my office. The snow can't seem to melt. It's snowed so much and the snow has been lingering for so long. I don't know. It just isn't melting. We normally don't have snow hanging around for this long, but apparently we're supposed to be in for a very cold, snowy winter. That's what I'm told. Who knows? The weather changes. But I'm grateful I have indoors and heat, and we have the sun, so all of that's good. And what else? I tried cupping for the first time. For those of you who have done cupping, I won't do it again. I don't know if you've all heard of that, but that's when they put these cups on your skin and I don't know what they do. Do they pump to pull the air out of the cup to make it tight on your skin? And it's supposed to relieve tension and all this other stuff. I don't know. I had it done on my hamstring. My chiropractor did it and thought it would be a great idea. I'd have to disagree. I was bruised and it actually made it worse. So that's not for me, but old ways won't open new doors. And that's what I want to talk about today is when you keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. What is that? The definition of insanity. And if you want to get something new, you've got to do it a different way. And so that's something I've been exploring. I'm always exploring it, but I've really been diving deep into it the past month or so. Things that I've been wanting to work through for a long time, things that I am trying to resolve and have been for a long time. If I'm not there yet, I probably need to do it differently. And that's what I want to talk about today because we're creatures of habit. And for whatever reason, whether it be comfort or maybe a little bit of laziness, complacency, fear, not wanting to spend money, it can be all these reasons why we continue to spin on the hamster wheel. And it's 2023 and we have to stop and take inventory and figure out what are those things that you need to shift into a new direction and what are some of the ways that you can shift those areas into a new direction. So there's a few things that I've done. I might have shared in previous podcasts that I have bone spurs on my foot and they don't bother me, but I feel it. And I'm so in tune with my body as an energy healer. I just am very, very in tune with my body. And so the fact that every time I stand on my tippy toes or I move a certain way and I feel my foot when I shouldn't even notice it bothers me. When I was doing belly dancing, that was a lot of activity on your toes. And again, it doesn't bother me, but every time I step on that foot, I would feel it. And I went to a podiatrist and he gave me some shoe inserts, which that really just weakens your muscles. I don't really agree with that approach, but for the time being, I said, okay, I'll try it. Then he gave me some anti-inflammatories and his suggestion was I could come back. We could do a steroid injection. I don't want to do that. In the military, they did that for my shoulders. I didn't find it helpful. I don't want a shot in my foot, people. I'm just not going to do that. Okay. And so then he was like, and then if it's still not better, we can shave the bone spurs. Yeah. I don't think so. So I've been doing energy healing on it. I had someone else do energy healing on it and I invest in my own work. So I pay someone to do energy healing on me every month or so. And honestly, it just wasn't making a difference. And so in those instances, there's all kinds of reasons why it would not help. One, it's a karmic lesson. Two, there's something the soul needs to learn. and those two could be tied together. 3, this is an opportunity to find something else, another way to do some exploration. So there's all these different ways to look at things. So I did what the podiatrist suggested in terms of the shoe inserts and the anti-inflammatories, and it got a little bit better. But I actually go to a local CBD store here in Colorado, and they make their own CBD cream. And the cream is amazing. They make it in store. And so I started using that and noticed that it helped more than anything else. So I've been doing that for a long time. And again, I just kept thinking to myself, like, what is it? Well, the podiatrist said, well, because of the bone spur, there could be like a little touch of arthritis. And I thought, arthritis? I don't get arthritis. Wait a minute. I take very good care of myself. And that's insane. So, it's kind of like an ego thing at this point, like, wait a minute. So in any case, I decided to go to the chiropractor, and let me back up. First, I went to the acupuncturist, and he gave me some herbs, and he did acupuncture, and it really just wasn't helping. So now I'm seeing another chiropractor, and he's doing ultrasounds on it, and he's doing myofascial release around the bone spurs. And my Lord, is that painful? It's painful. But my point is, I would not normally do those things. See, I'm the type of person that I feel like I can do everything on my own. And the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because those of us who are light workers and we're always the person that's helping others, sometimes we have a hard time looking and saying, you know what, let me support myself and do something that's going to help me, because we're constantly helping. And I just decided I'm not going to do that anymore. I also got a coach for nutrition and exercise. And so they built an exercise program for me, and I'm working with a coach, and it's been amazing so far. I've lost 4 pounds since I started working with the coach, and I'm not really trying to lose weight. I'm more trying to body recomp. So this is more targeted at fat loss and muscle definition, and the workouts are different than what I'm used to, but I'm trusting the coach and I'm going with it. So I'm doing that because normally, because I've been working out so long, I can do it myself, and I'll just do it myself, and that's the way it always is. But guess what? I support people. This is what I do with my business. It's important to me. I value people. I value the work that I am being gifted to do. And I should also allow other people to support me the way I support other people. And I should hire other people in a craft that they are experts in to help me do things that I would like to do. That's why we're all here with different gifts and different talents. And I don't have to do everything on my own. So this is why I wanted to just come in today and say, what area are you continuing to push up against where you should probably try something else? And I'm not saying it has to be getting support from someone else or trying something else. Here's another thing that I did. So my work shifted. I got a new position, and consequently I had to shift my schedule with my business and things like that, because my new position is heavy in meetings, and I'm talking like 6 hours a day sitting in meetings, and they're on Teams, like on the computer, and it's really too much because they'll be back to back with no breaks. And it's not every day like that, and I'm grateful for the work. But what I noticed in myself is that it was so incredibly draining, and then I feel like my energy is going to explode. Like I feel like I need a way to like discharge the energy while I'm sitting on these calls, because a lot of it's water cooler talk and it's repetitive and it's not that productive. And because I'm so efficient minded, it was really, and I like my coworkers and all of it. It has nothing to do with that. It's just the nature of the way leadership is running things right now. So what I did is I just said, you know what? I'm just not going to do this anymore. So I ordered a walking pad to put under my desk, and I ordered a desk riser. And I didn't want to do that because I think they look cluttered, the desk risers. And I thought, I'm also about having a very aesthetically pleasing environment and all these other things. But I just said, I'm not going to do this anymore either. I'm not going to sit on meetings for 6 hours of the day feeling like I'm going to explode. And then as soon as I hang up the Teams call, I literally want to take off my headset and go for a run because I feel like I've been cooped up and my energy is going to explode. So now I got this walking pad and I solved the problem and I feel so much better and I'm more pleasant. And before I got the walking pad, I have a small rebounder trampoline and I put that right next to my computer screen. And I would do a health balance, which is where you're not actually like jumping really high on the trampoline, but you're just gently bouncing without your feet leaving and you loosen up your lymphatic system. I found that really helped. So this time is more about evaluating what are the things that have been nagging for a while and what am I willing to do about it? Because old ways are not working. So what is something new that you can do? What are the areas that you have been essentially like pushing a snowball up a hill? What are those areas and what is something new that you can do? And I want to bring this in because just us talking about it right now will also spark some creative ideas and some energetic flow that way to help you do something different so that you can get a different result. Because aren't you tired of just doing the same thing and getting the same result that you don't want? This is a long-standing pattern of mine to where I will try to do everything myself. I broke this a long time ago, but it still lingers in some areas where, no, I can do that myself. No, I can do that myself. We are here to support one another. And you know what? I can't do everything myself because I'm only one person and I only have so much energy in the day. And it's okay to do things differently and get some support so that I can get where I want to go. And I also want to just say to you, if that's you, if you're that person that tries to do everything on your own, you don't want to spend money on yourself, you don't want to ask for help, I'm telling you that now is a time where it's okay to do those things. If you've been trying all this time and you're not getting anywhere, let's do something different. There's an energetic component to it as well, where it sends out a signal of you up-leveling and shifting into a different vibration. It's happening for me. And I know it's true. When I work with clients, I see it. So that's all I wanted to offer. And we can go into a healing. Okay, and so it is. Let's make 2023 a year of change, where it's positive change, where we're breaking old patterns, where we're doing things a little bit differently, where we're getting where we want to go, continuing to uplift one another, moving through this energy. That's what I want. I want all the things that you want for yourself. I want that for you too. And I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you a beautiful week. Take care. Bye-bye.